based on power sharing between the federal government, the provincial government, and the territories. So there's always engagement to try and work on things collaboratively. And so CLIA is similar to ALC. We are your counterpart in Canada, so we represent language service companies. And at the same time, we collaborate closely with associations that represent interpreters and translators. And what we focus on, what works during those collaborations, is focusing on shared values for quality and standards, professional recognition, and advocacy. And we've been successful in doing that. And Canada, as by nature, has a bilingual framework. We have language laws. We are preserving indigenous languages, and we're constantly looking at languages of lesser diffusion or newcomer languages and how they can be incorporated and represented better. And I think these are, when you combine these together, you have a framework that can work for reaching out globally and aligning with other associations like this. And for us, the bottom line is, for our members, the two things that are important to us are knowledge sharing and advocacy. And I think those are two things that we can do when we collaborate with other associations. I mean, we may not be on the same boat, but we're certainly on the same ocean at the same time. So I think we can help each other, learn from each other, and advocate on these large issues that are facing us. And I think that there's success that can be made.
Where should we be working more closely across associations? What's stopping us? And this is for any of you.
Yeah, I think different associations at different times have different priorities. So the change in leadership in associations can be a factor. Also, what the associations are facing can be a factor. For instance, ALC is facing the challenges you have are around executive orders and things like that, whereas we may be facing different things, and our partners in ALCA, African Language Associations, are facing different challenges. But I think we have some common challenges that we can face together. Professionalization, how we stand against AI, and overall advocacy. How I think those are shared values that work well across different sectors.
Charles, you look like you want to say something.
I almost hissed when you said the words quick wins. I don't know what quick wins are in associations. There's a lot of hard work. Keep it going was the phrase I think we heard yesterday. It takes a lot of work to keep it going. It's the 23rd annual summit of the ALC, more members than ever before. It sounds to me like this is as good as it gets, but there's a lot of hard work. And at Juntos, a lot of the members of Juntos are also members of other associations. There are 2 directors of ALC who are also directors of Juntos, and ALC has supported Juntos all the way through. And we're only working on our 4th annual summit, and the ALC is the 23rd annual summit. There's 23 years of hard work, but there weren't 195 members at the first annual summit. So there's a lot of hard work, and the support that we give and get from other associations is key.
Yeah. And Annalise, I know I did want to skip you because I think you wanted to say something.
Thank you. Gala has a global scope, but a really small staff. I'm sure no one here can empathize with that. And so partnerships are so important with Bliss for the roadshow in Brazil, the Language Access Roadshow we did with NYU, and then of course with CLIA on the annual conference. So that's all incredible, but sometimes there's just, of course, the need for each association to have the revenues to cover operations, and then more critically, lack of knowledge around what we're doing, what's complementary to each other, where the gaps are. So that's why these kinds of conversations are so important.
Thank you. And Sean?
I would like to just say for CCHI, we've been supporting efforts like Safe AI, the National Council on Interpreting in Healthcare, the National Language Access Council, and the like, trying to support the collaboration, and of course ALC and our other sister organizations as well. I think sharing resources and tips, even as simple as how do we set up a Zoom meeting, things like that. Like even little things like that are ways to build momentum and traction across the organizations to support one another. And it's not always about money or manpower, but just even little things like that, you're able to support one another.
Well, we only have a couple minutes left, and I know we have a lot more